video. I don't know which way. I think it's actually this way. It is this way. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Riley K. Jones. I'm a writer, teacher, and author tuber, and today we're going to talk about books and the two books that I read in January. In January, I read two books. The first book was Around the World in 80 Days. I actually don't have a copy of it anymore, but it is here on the screen for you. It's by Jules Verne, and I really enjoyed that book. So it is a classic. I do try to read some classics throughout the year just because they are classics for a reason. And Around the World in 80 Days was something that was part of that curriculum for teaching, so it was some kind of like I have to read the book. At the same time, I'm glad I did. I actually never read any of Jules Verne's books, and I felt kind of out of the loop. I can at least say I read one of his books and I did really enjoy it. So Around the World in 80 Days is about Phileas Fogg, a perfectionist and extremely organized person who takes a bet to be able to make it across the world in 80 days. It takes place during the Victorian era, so 1870s, and right at the pinnacle of the British Empire, being supreme in the world, and he is from the British Empire, so he and his servant Passepartout travel around and get into shenanigans, and it's a lot of fun. I am teaching in that book right now with my 6th graders, and they are loving it. They are excited for Phileas Fogg, for Passepartout, and the story. As a teacher, like if you have kids excited about a book, pretty much means it's a good book. Around the World in 8 Days, I feel like too is like a roadmap for like all type of travel, suspense type of novels. Like for example, I know that it reminded me a lot of Ali Carter's Hess Society because of the way that they travel in the world as a ticking time bomb. Like, you know what I mean? Like all those types of tropes that I feel like it was probably the precursor for all of those types of books to come. I loved it. I thought it was fun. Yes, it's a bit old, but honestly, I will read more of Jules Verne's books because of Around the World in 80 Days. So great read, 2 thumbs up. The next book on the list is actually a craft writing book that another author tuber, Abby Emmons, had suggested reading, and that is Lisa Cron's Wired for Story. I've already used this a bunch in some recent videos because it is such a great book. She really looks on the psychology behind characters and why we like to read stories and what makes a good stories based on psychology. She does a good job explaining to in layman's terms. It's not a very dense, hard read. It was pretty simple for me to read. I know when we think of psychology, you might be thinking, oh no, a textbook from my college years, but actually, it was very easy to read. She uses storytelling elements more so than the psychology in the sense of like she's speaking in story. She also explains some myths about writing and then the reality actually in those myths. Like one of the myths about writing that she talks about is write what you know. And if you're interested in the reality of what you know actually means, you can click the card of the video that I have already done last week. And I've learned a lot about writing story and story structure and characters from this book, even more so than some other craft books that I read. So I highly recommend this book if you are an aspiring writer and want to up your game in writing craft and characters. So this was a good book. Those are all the books that I read in January. I had a great time with those 2 books. I hope to read more in February. I hope to crank out a few more of those books that I got for Christmas. I have a huge to be read list pile, so I'm excited to crack into those books and enjoy them in February. So let me know in the comments below, what books did you read in January? How did you enjoy them? Did you read any craft books? Or did you read any classics this January? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, please make sure to let me know and the algorithm know by giving it a nice big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click subscribe. I release new videos every Thursday on all things writing and reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next Thursday with another video. Keep writing, keep reading, and stay creative. Bye!